Hey everyone, it's Stephen GetMoneyMyrick here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how Season 5 of the Void Ark went. I know there's a lot of purple on your screen right now, the way I have the background and all the images, but that's the way it's going to be for this video. Lots of purple while we talk about Season 5, talk about how we finished, some of the rankings, how everything went, and kind of our strategy for Season 6. Before going further, I did want to say that if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and look at those Void Ark results. So the first thing I want to talk about is the leaderboard with adventure points, because I think it's actually pretty interesting. Specifically, when you look at how tight it is right here between these top three, and how far of a gap it was an increase between Season 4. You can see at Season 4 we were at 446,000 points, and now in Season 5 we're at 470,000. And I definitely thought we were getting near the point where you are starting to max out the number of points you can actually get, because at some point everybody has 15 V4 heroes, right? And then I don't know how you increase it other than by doing the proper strategies if you really want to max out points for beating the bosses and doing Sector 6 a few times and getting those completion bonuses at 100%. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening, and maybe there's just a few small differences between these three, because you can see it's a pretty big drop off after that, and you're getting back into kind of the Season 4 values of where people finished. So I'm wondering if this 470 is pretty near the max, and if we'll start seeing that being the trend of being the absolute max you can get within the Void Ark. I haven't number crunched it to figure out what the maximum theoretical value is, but I'm guessing that's what's going on. The other thing is, if you look at my rankings, quite a bit lower. This despite the fact that my scores were, around the same range, but we were 233 and 544 last season. This season we're 943 and 807. And specifically, if we go back to Season 3, you can see with, that 282,000 still got you in the top 1,000. So people are definitely getting better. People are definitely imprinting more heroes. They're following strategies for getting the completion points. I may be that I have to start doing a few completions to make sure I get in the top 1,000, because it's not certain that I'm actually going to finish in the top 1,000, especially on that Server 13 account. There's a few more hours until reset, so if anybody hasn't logged in and claimed their bonuses, we could fall out of the top 1,000, and it starts to really stink once you get out of the top 1,000 as far as the rewards you get. I mean, really it's the top 2,000 when you're no longer getting the greens. You definitely want to be in the top 2,000 if you can, but would love to get in the top 1,000. I've got my Server 13 account pulled up right here, and you can see I'm really hurting myself as far as the Void Ark by putting my stellars on as few heroes as possible. We got V3, 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 V4, and then we got a V2 and some V1s. So at one point, this account had 15 V1s, or, every hero I put out was imprinted, and that was probably that when I got that 329,000 season on this account. But I've definitely been concentrating on my PvP more, and I've been wanting to do better there, so that's kind of hurt our overall rankings. But I do think it's important to do well in PvP and have a good ace team and all of that stuff as well. One thing we can also talk about is the Central Hall. So I started with basically no resources this time around. Yeah, the number of points we got on Server 13, we got 1,142,548 Nova crystals, and on Server 23 we got 1,056,019. So definitely got more points on Server 13. Unfortunately, I don't really remember exactly what I did this season. I do believe that maybe on Server 13 we upgraded the collector workshop a little too early, and so we had to redo Sector 5. So that explains a little bit of our lower rank. I'm gonna have to be really careful about that. I definitely went into the mindset of, well, I don't really care how I finish. I think I'll get more Nova crystals this way, and that panned out. I did get more Nova crystals, but that ranking now not making the top 1,000 is really hurtful. So I say I don't care about my rank, but if I'm not getting the top 1,000, then I do need to start making sure that I am not prioritizing a Nova crystals that much, because I am at the end of the day being locked in my resource ability. I don't have enough yellows, so it's rough, and eventually we'll all have enough to have all of our star spawns max, but getting there sooner will be helpful, especially with Void Vortex pushes coming up. It'd be nice to have a second pet and be a really nice high level. So yeah, that's everything I have in this video. Let me know in the comments below how you finished, how you did. You can definitely tell it's getting tighter, and that way to get top 1,000. There are definitely more people out there now that kind of know what they're doing. but we're still able to secure it, or at least pretty dang close. We might have to adjust our strategy a little bit for Season 6 and make sure that we do a few completions and not go at 90% skips to get there, and make sure we try to get in that top 1,000 at least, because that's pretty important to me. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful and interesting, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.